I want to be able to share my positive, natural birth story with you. How you feeling, Dad?
I'm ready. Let's do it. Look at his belly.
And I'm just holding onto it, bent over, telling Trey, I'm going to push this baby out right now. Like, okay, mentally, like, okay, whoa, I was not expecting this. I thought this was gonna be way longer. Hi, you guys. I am no longer pregnant, and she is perfect, and she's an angel. It has been the best week. She's officially a week old today when I'm filming this. I feel so in love with her and just so lucky to be her mom, and we've just been learning each other, and watching my husband Trey become a dad has been amazing, and it's just been so nice to have so many friends and family supporting us and coming over and helping us with everything. And I wanted to film her birth story before it got too far away from my mind and I forgot. I just wanted to talk to you guys about her birth and everything that happened. If you can tell, I am a little tired. The bag's under my eyes. That is what today's video is going to be on. I'll be sharing her whole birth story and everything that happened. I did have a completely natural birth. There was no interventions or anything that happened, which I am so grateful for. It ended up being absolutely perfect and not what I was expecting, but it still ended up being a really magical birth. Let's go ahead and get into it. So my birth starts actually a few weeks before I went into labor. I had my daughter on January 25th, 2022, and I had been having contractions for a good couple of weeks. Like, they would come in and out, and then it happened twice where I thought I was in labor. I would have contractions that lasted like hours, like 7 hours one day, and they were strong, but they weren't like I'm in pain. Like, I was totally fine, but they were consistent. So I never made the call to my midwife. I knew the cues of like we needed to be a certain time apart, and I didn't feel like I was in a lot of pain, so I was totally fine. So that had been happening for a couple of weeks. So on January 23rd, my best friend, Chelsea, I was texting her and I was like, I want to get this baby out. I really wanted her to come sooner than later. So we decided to go curb walking, and we went to the park, went to the dog park. Like, Trey and I had tried everything that we could think of to get this baby out. I had been drinking my red raspberry leaf tea for months, borage oil, and I can do a whole video on that as well, how I prepared my body physically, mentally for my natural delivery. I'd love to talk about that if that is something that you guys are interested in. I can go deeper into that, but I had been doing things for a while, and so the 23rd I like did everything I could literally think of to get the baby out. So the 23rd I went to bed and I was having cramping. It was a different feeling that I had felt. I wasn't really having any sensation that I might be going into labor. And then I woke up the next day. I remember feeling really upset. I texted Chelsea and I was just like, I'm just really frustrated because I did so much yesterday and nothing is happening, and I want contractions to happen. I'm so done working. I was so done. I wanted to just be on maternity leave, and I wanted my baby to be here. So the whole day goes by. 4 o'clock, I got off work and I was like, I'm gonna just take a nap. I was so tired from the day before doing all this stuff to try to induce and go into labor. So I took like a 3-hour nap, and I remember in my nap I kept waking up and kind of feeling like I was in pain, but I was able to sleep still. So I slept for 3 hours. I woke up around like 6:30 p.m. and Trey and I made dinner, and I started to feel like the contractions were coming again, but I was like, this is a false alarm. This has happened like 3 times now, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna get my hopes up. So I was like, you know what, let's just like make dinner, let's eat, let's just hang out. I'm not gonna worry about it. So we're hanging out, and I have some footage that I'll put in here from that night because things progressed very quickly after this point. So I want to say it's like 7 or something. Like, we're eating dinner and I would have to like pause and really like breathe through them, and that it hadn't felt this intense before, but it still was manageable. Like, I was feeling fine. Noticed like I didn't really want to sit down. I was kind of just wanting to stay up, move around. Then I started to frantically clean the house and I still was like, I don't want to get my hopes up. I'm just gonna keep going and pretend this isn't happening. So So I don't know at what point I say it in this video at what time it was, but contractions were getting more consistent. They were about 5 minutes apart. I decided let's just time them. And our cue to go to the birth center wasn't until they were 3 minutes apart. So 5 minutes apart, I'm like, okay, like these are still not that bad. Like I was totally fine. Hello, everyone. It is almost 9 p.m. January 24th. But I'm wearing my mama sweater today. How you feeling, Dad?
I'm ready. Let's do it. Look at his belly.
Here's what we're working with, ladies and gentlemen. I'm 39 weeks or 6 days. I don't really know. My due date is the 26th, which is on Wednesday. Today's Monday. What do you guys think? Do you guys think you're getting a sister soon or no? I'm having another one.
You got another one?
Yeah.
Still going?
No, it's done now. Hey, that one wasn't so bad.
Once again, go to the hospital.
We have this contraction app. Is it keep telling you to go to the hospital? I lost my mucus plug like a few hours ago. So that does mean I'm dilating, which is good. We're watching The Amazing Race. We're very into The Amazing Race right now as we wait for Celebrity Big Brother to start. But yeah, I think I might be in labor. I don't really know. I think I am. I just wanted to...
I got you, bud.
I wanted to give you all an update. As soon as I started feeling like I might be in labor, I started deep cleaning my house. So we vacuumed, we mopped, we cleaned the bathrooms, we did the dishes. I started a load of laundry. Because if this is the real deal, I want to make sure that the house is clean when we come back. Oh wait, what are the contractions at? They're
1 minute, 39 seconds long, and 4.5 minutes apart right now.
okay. We want them to be 3 for lasting a minute for an hour. That's our cue to go to the hospital. The birth center. That's where we're at right now. I just wanted to give some sort of updates through this if this is happening. Ooh, another one's starting.
Oh, it's cute. Started it.
Ooh, ooh. 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 Oh, that made me feel nauseous.
What is?
The contractions made me feel really nauseous. Yeah, that one hurt. I'm still having a good time and laughing between them. Whoa. Like the pain it's so low.
Yeah.
The contractions I've been having have been really high, and now I feel like they're all like moving down, and there's like all this pressure. Well, I'll keep you guys updated.
Good job, baby.
Jeez. Oh. Very quickly after this video, things got way intense. I FaceTimed Chelsea. I remember being on the phone with her and having to like really focus when the contractions were coming. And I hung up with her and I was like, I think I should call my mom just to be safe and just let her know that I'm probably going into labor. But I didn't think I'd have her for a much longer time. So I just wanted to give her a heads up that she might want to be ready to come in the morning. So it's probably like 9 or 10 or something at this point. I decided to get in the shower. At this point, I still don't think that I'm in labor. I was very much in labor, but I was so just like trying to like not get my hopes up that I was just like not focusing on it. So the shower sped things up very quickly. I was in there and I was like, I had to like hold on to the stool in our shower and bend over, and I was just trying to like breathe through them. And that's when I think it hit me that this was really happening. My mom then was on the way. She arrived at like 11-ish, 11:30 I think. After the shower, it was pretty intense. The contractions had gone from 5 to 4 minutes apart. So once my mom arrived to our house, we're progressing still very quickly. It's like 11:30-ish and in a lot of pain, and my mom was just trying to like make me feel better, and Trey's trying to help me through them. He was doing all of our positionings and everything we had learned in our birthing classes, and I was able to get through them. They were coming really fast and really intense, and they were making me really nauseous. Like I thought I was going to throw up each time. And then once they passed, I was fine. Like I was talking, I was having a good time, but I was slowly becoming more and more like not having fun. I was just more focused and like I just kind of felt sick. Like I felt really sick to my stomach, more and more contractions. So I sat down on this chair in our living room and I was like, I just need to rest for a second. Like I hadn't sat down for hours because I was just trying to like go through the contractions, walk through them. And the second I sat down in this chair, my water breaks. It's not a huge gush like people make it out to be, like in the movies or whatever. You felt like it was like a pop. It was really intense. It scared me. It like took my breath away. Started to panic because I know when your water breaks, the contractions get much stronger. So my mom was like, okay, it's gonna get really intense right now, so just be prepared. And I started to like feel like I was gonna have like a panic attack. My mom was like trying to calm me down. She's like, stay calm, it's okay. And that made me feel a lot better, so that she was just like trying to keep me calm. And she's like, this is a good thing, remember, like this is good. I quickly told Trey to call the midwife and tell her that we were on our way to the birth center to call our photographer, Alexis. I didn't want to rush our photographer because I'm like, she could be born for who knows how long. Like it could be a really long time from now. I don't want to rush her. Just let her know we're going. We quickly get everything in the car. I said bye to my mom, bye to the dogs. Once I got in the car, it was like next level. Things are getting intense. At this point, I think it's like 12:30, like it's midnight. I was holding on to everything I could in the car. I was pushing my legs against the dashboard, trying to just get through these contractions in the car, because everyone says the contractions in the car are the worst. They are true. They are the worst. Trying not to scare Trey because I felt like I wanted to push, but I was like, maybe I just need to poop. Like, I don't know what's going on. When we get there, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. It's gonna be fine. We get out of the car and I'm looking at the birth center and I'm like, this baby is going to come right now. And I hold on to the fence outside the birth center and I'm just holding onto it, bent over, telling Trey, I'm going to push this baby out right now. And so he's like, let's just get inside. As we're pulling up, the midwife pulls up at the same time. And I'm like, I need to go to the bathroom. I'm sitting on the toilet in the bathroom at the birth center. And I was like, I just need to poop. It's fine. And Trey tells the midwife to come downstairs and see me. Is like, well, let's go upstairs and let's just check you just to see how far along you are. And I get on the bed. Trey is like trying to bring everything inside, trying to get everything situated. I had like my paper that I had printed out for them to see my birth plan. During my birth, I did not want to know how dilated I was. I didn't want to be set back. Like if I thought I was further along and they're like, you're actually like at a 4 and I thought I was like at a 7, like I didn't want to know. So Trey is telling her like, hey, during like she's checking me how dilated I am, he's like, hey, she doesn't want to know how dilated she is. And she's checking me and she goes, that's fine. Actually, you are going to have a baby right now. I'm sorry, what? And she's like, yeah, you are having a baby right now. Okay. The nurse hadn't even arrived yet. Like we had just walked in. We just got there. And so I'm like, okay, mentally like, okay, whoa, I was not expecting this. I thought this was gonna be way longer. I thought maybe I'll have a baby like the next day, certainly not right now. So she's like, the nurse is gonna be here soon, but we are gonna have a baby very soon, so let's get ready. And I had planned to have a water birth. That was my whole plan, pretty much my whole pregnancy. I knew I wanted to give birth in the water, so I was like, can we start filling up the tub? I really want to get in the tub. And she's like, we do not have time. We're going to have her right now on this bed. That totally threw me for a loop because I had envisioned the whole time I'm gonna like do my hypnobirthing and listen to my playlist. Like if you guys watched my birth bag video, I talked a lot about like why I brought the things I did. I didn't end up using a single thing because we got there and I had a baby. I didn't get to do my hypnobirthing, my playlist. We didn't get to do any of our positionings. I didn't get to go in the tub. Like all the things that I had planned to like help me cope through the birth was out the window because we got there and we were having a baby very soon. How do I give birth on this bed? I knew I didn't want to be on my back. I wanted to work with gravity. So I decided to first try on my hands and knees. After doing that for a bit, I just realized my body was so tired from the contractions that I couldn't stay up for that long, and I would put all my body weight into Trey. Like, he was holding me up, pretty much just like holding me, trying to help me to stay up. I was like, you know what, I just need to lay down. Like, I need to lay, I'm not gonna go on my back, I'm just gonna lay on my side. A lot of times first time moms, they can push for up to 2 hours. So I'm like, I just need to rest, and then I'll get back up on my hands and knees, or I'll stand up, like I'll go into a different position, but I just need to like lay down for a second. So I got on my side. In between the contractions, I was surprised that I was able to talk. Like, I'd have a contraction, I would push, and then I would be like, can I get some water? Can I get a snack? Can someone do this? Or someone help me with this? Like, I was talking, I was laughing at one point. Like, I was just like having a good time. But once the contractions came, I would say, like, I would literally say out loud, okay, let's go, let's do this. So I would take in a big breath. I was saying over and over, low, low. Like, that's what I was repeating over and over to keep my breath low. I kept my eyes shut and think visually about her coming out. And this went on for 40 minutes. Everyone in the room, like, all I hear is everyone going, go Gabby, go, you got this, you got this. It made me feel like I could do this. Like, I was like, I can do this. All I could hear was like Trey saying, you got this, baby, you can do this. She's almost there. I see her head. Once they told me that they could see her head, I was like, okay, she's coming. Like, I can do this. Every time I'd push, I would just say, like, in my mind, you're this much closer to meeting her. You're so much closer to meeting her. And like that in my brain, all of the people in the room like cheering me on, all of it combined, like I had so much energy, and I was like, okay, I can do this. I pushed her out. I felt her come out. Immediately they placed me on her, and she started crying, and I just was like, what the heck just happened? Like, I was in shock because it felt like it went so fast that I didn't have time to really process that I had just had a baby. And I remember feeling like she was so small. I think the first thing I said was, she's so small, she's so tiny. And I just held her, and I just like tried to get her to calm down. It was just so intense and so amazing. It really didn't feel like it was that painful. I never felt like a ring of fire or anything. I did throw up while I was giving birth. I kept saying when each contraction came that I felt nauseous, and I had been feeling nauseous for hours. At the very end, I finally threw up. As I was pushing, literally I'm pushing and throwing up at the same time. It was really lovely. Finley was born January 25th at 1:23 in the morning. The contractions really began, I think, around like 7 p.m. from 7 to 1 in the morning. It was like 6-7-ish hours of labor, and I pushed for 40 minutes. So it was very short. I also didn't tear. I'm so glad that I didn't tear. I just remember after giving birth and like waiting, like after she's checking me to hear her say I needed to get stitches, and she was like, well, great news, you didn't tear, you don't need stitches. And I was just like, thank you, Jesus. I did not want to have to deal with stitches and the pain of that. So I was so happy. I felt my placenta come out. I'm so bummed I didn't get to see my placenta. I really wanted to see what it looked like, but they quickly got rid of it. I didn't end up keeping it or doing anything with it. So yeah, that is the story of Miss Finley. I just remember thinking like afterwards, like I could totally do that again. It was so manageable. It was way easier than I was expecting it to be. I did it completely unmedicated, which is what I wanted, and I'm so glad that I was able to achieve that. I want to be able to share my positive natural birth story with you, so that way if you are pregnant or you want to have kids someday, or you don't know if you want to do a hospital birth or a whatever kind of birth you want to do, if you're considering your options. Because when I first found out I was pregnant, I was planning to do a hospital birth with an epidural. Also know that if you've given birth and you had an epidural or you had a C-section, all births are amazing and beautiful, and every birth is so magical. I know that. This isn't to compare my story to your story. This is just me wanting to share my natural birth story and hope that it can inspire you or make you feel excited for your birth. That is all for this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. I'm so excited to be posting more videos about postpartum and just everything about motherhood. I'm gonna be posting a lot. I'm not gonna be posting my normal schedule likely of Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I hear my baby waking up, so I'm gonna go feed her. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.